Hello and welcome to the Bigger Flip Show. My name is Michael Pinter, where I teach you how to start flipping houses, or if you're already doing it, how to grow your business. So we're going through a long series of mistakes. We're going through a very long series of mistakes that real estate investors make. I have made all of these, especially this one, and hoping that you will not make the same mistakes when you start flipping houses. So doing too much work to a property. So there are a lot of people who make this mistake, and I see it when I go to properties that are flipped already, so all the work is done, and I'm like, this is beautiful, but a lot of the things he didn't end up getting him any more money. Now, there's no way to know, right? It's possible that the buyer who came in for the most money would only have paid because it looked that good. But you really have to know your market and you have to know what people want. And I can tell you that and I used to be this way, right? So I used to think, and when I think of how stupidly I used to think, it's amazing to me that I thought this, but I thought I am going to make my properties the nicest properties in the entire city, and not New York City. I was dealing with the city of Elmont at the time, and no one is ever going to have a reason not to buy my property. That's ridiculous thinking, because the truth is there's a million reasons why people wouldn't buy my property. They didn't like the layout, they didn't like the size, they didn't like the location, they didn't like which way it was facing. I've had people tell me I would have bought your property if it was because of feng shui, if it was facing a different direction. So they didn't like the number, all right? All kinds of reasons why people won't buy your property. So you have to know what to spend money on, what not to. So I remember my second property that I ever did was in on St. John's Place in Valley Stream, right near Elmont, and I brought in a designer for ideas, and we did things to that house that cost us money that we probably didn't need to do. We opened it up, we took the walls down so that the kitchen was open. That's nice. We put cedar impression, so the fancy siding on the outside, beautiful, but not necessary. If I wouldn't have done those things, I probably would have sold the property for the exact same price. So you need to know what other properties that investors have rehabbed look like. And the idea that I'm going to look better than that is sometimes a mistake. There's many times you could spend money on things that they will be the first thing, and that happened in many cases, the first thing that the buyer undoes. So I remember we bought a property in Valley Stream where we knocked down all the walls, and the first thing the guy did was put up a wall and a door in the kitchen. Like, these things happen all the time. So don't do more work than you need to, because you can always do more work. In other words, if someone came and said, you know what, if this was open, I would pay you more for it, you can open it. It might be a little more expensive, but at least you know. But always err on the side of doing less work and then doing more work when you get feedback from buyers than doing more work and selling the property for what you would have sold it for if you hadn't done the work. Thank you very, very much for watching.